Hey, I see you just got a Simmons First Visa card.
Just in time. Hawaii, here we come.
You know, Simmons First has one of the lowest rates in the country on Visa. It's perfect for fast, easy purchases. Or for certain emergencies. Since 1903, we've been offering quality banking. During that time, some faces have changed. But one thing that's never changed is our commitment to all the faces we see. Simmons First. Putting you first is our business. I notice you've got the express checking card from Simmons First.
Finally, I can use my checking account anywhere.
That's right. It's just like a check. It's accepted all over the world, wherever Visa is.
Just think, I can use my checking account anywhere, and I don't have to write all those checks. I'm going to the mall.
Ma'am, ma'am! Since 1903, we've been offering quality banking. During that time, some faces have changed. But one thing that's never changed is our commitment to all the faces we see. Simmons First. Putting you first is our business. I understand you just opened a Super Savers account at Simmons First.
Yep.
I guess that's because it helps you save for cool stuff. Bikes, skateboards, video games, you know, important things.
No, I'm saving to buy my own company after I graduate from college.
Wow, I wish I'd had a Super Savers account. Since 1903, we've been offering quality banking. During that time, some faces have changed. But one thing that's never changed is our commitment to all the faces we see. Simmons First. Putting you first is our business. Excuse me, have you heard about all the loan services available at Simmons First?
Yeah, my husband just got a loan for a new fishing boat.
They've also got home loans, business loans, student loans. They've got loans for almost anything.
I know, and you know what? My husband doesn't know this, but I got a loan for a new convertible.
Uh-oh.
You gotta love it.
Since 1903, we've been offering quality banking. During that time, some faces have changed. But one thing that's never changed is our commitment to all the faces we see. Simmons First. Putting you first is our business.
You see it a lot these days. Big corporate banks that are more than eager to throw their weight around, forgetting one thing in the process: their customers. But at the Bank of Fayetteville, the only thing we're big on is making you happy, because true strength comes from customer satisfaction. And when customers aren't happy, throwing weight around can have some pretty surprising consequences. The Bank of Fayetteville. Our strength is our customers.
To my nephew Orville, I leave my mint condition 76 Chevy step-side pickup. Just don't ride the clutch.
At A.G. Edwards, we realize that a lot of individual investors can be rather individual.
To my long-suffering and dearly beloved wife, I leave the trailer house up at Beaver Lake.
That's why we never forget one thing.
And my A.G. Edwards portfolio, I leave to my most loyal and trusted friend.
It's your money.
Has ever been wet and wild, this is it. Introducing the Hydra Fighter, only at Wet n Wild. Hey, tired of waiting for the fun to begin? Maybe it's time you took a little vacation from your little vacation. How about a trip to Wet n Wild, where the lines move fast and the rides move faster? Wild. It's what the family vacation is all about.
Planning to drop into Wet n Wild this summer? Better get your hands on a Lucky Bag. Every Lucky Bag is filled with money-saving coupons good for a summer full of Wet n Wild thrills. So shop till you drop. Into Lucky, that is, where you can bag big savings at America's #1 name in water park excitement. Wet n Wild on the Las Vegas Strip. Now for Wet n Wild's latest pop quiz. These Florida residents are A, enjoying some hydrotherapy. B, about to realize they forgot their towels. C, riding the Fuji Flyer. Or D, saving $5 at Wet n Wild? The correct answer, all of the above. Because now through June 13th, you save $5 off the Wet n Wild admission price with your Florida ID. Wet n Wild on International Drive, Florida's best answer for water park fun.
At First Tennessee Bank, we know that all businesses, regardless of size, demand a lot from their bank. From the startup of a business, through its growth, then maturity, to its transition, First Tennessee is there every step of the way to provide quality advice and innovative products and services. First Tennessee Bank, we're charting new courses for your business.
We got started in the business back in January 7th, 1991 at a different location. At that point in time, I did it because I had worked in a florist in high school, and I was a product of the recession, and I got laid off of my job. And so we decided to go out on our own and make the money for ourselves. And so what I did was I bought a florist that was in existence, but it was very small. And we worked that shop for 6 months and really learned it a little bit more, and then we brought it into Collierville. And at that point, First Tennessee came into the picture, and they helped us on refinancing and getting the money put together that was needed appropriately to run a business, buying the stock, investing in the move, and backing us up actually 100% on doing what we did. Came to know them through another one of their clients that they were using, so that's how it all started. One of the main problems is maintaining that a specialty store, any type of specialty store, can supply the needs that need to be met, and that is our business. Our business is to make sure that your flowers are in good condition, and we guarantee it. The next thing, and one of the most important things is in a small business, is maintaining your cash flow from month to month. You have a lot out on the books. You're worth a lot, but it's all out in everybody else's pockets. So we went and talked with First Tennessee. Then I got in touch with Carolyn, and we worked together, and then we just talked. Carolyn handled everything. We met, she handled our finances. We told her what we needed, where we thought we would need it, how long we needed it for, what we could handle monthly, what we could handle quarterly and yearly. And she agreed with us. She looked at it. She helped us look at some other options that were available to us that I didn't know about. And then we put the whole package together, and we all looked at it and agreed. Well, when I went in with Carolyn, I had everything in writing and what I needed, and it was just so much more comfortable and so much more professional that I felt like, I don't care, this is who I'm going to deal with from now on. First Tennessee, as far as we're concerned, has met our needs that way, where other people couldn't.
We started a little company, and we went to First Tennessee Bank. Jim Hall was the vice president that we talked to, and he was really helpful in everything. We didn't know what we were doing, and he was the answer to our problems. So we told him we'd found a building, and we wanted him to take a look at it, see if he would lend us some money. Well, the next day he came out to the operation, which is where we are now, but it doesn't look anything like this. It was an old barn, and it was 140 feet long, 40 feet wide, and actually it was a stable where they trained Tennessee walking horses. So he came in and very gingerly walked around. We had dirt floor, 5 light bulbs, 20 stalls. To make a long story short, he was very kind to suggest that we not get the amount of money that we were asking for, but he suggested that we have 3 times that amount. I said, Jim, why? Why are you saying this? He said, well, first of all, you're undercapitalized. The advice that he gave me, the information that he gave me throughout the years has been the reason that we've stayed with First Tennessee all the time. They gave us a list of items, suggestions, and recommendations. We got all of our people together. We answered every question they had. We submitted our request to the SBA through First Tennessee, and in 3 months' time, we had our loan. And they said that this was a record. Usually you have to go back a half a dozen times. You didn't do this, you didn't do that. The thing we like about it is we got the loan for the amount of money that First Tennessee stood good for, and in 5 years we paid our loan off, which was a 10-year loan. About 3 years after that, the SBA out of Atlanta had a regional meeting throughout the South, and people were from all states. And they used Ooltewah Specialty as an example of how to do business with a bank. We felt pretty good about that. We went with First Tennessee on the 401k plan, for a defined benefit plan, and I would say that in the course of 18 years we have borrowed a couple of $1 million from them. And that's pretty good for a company that started out in our little horse barn. Our sales the first year were $220,000, and 3 years ago we sold our company, and we were selling at that time and producing $11 million. Because I did business with First Tennessee, I was able to put a little money aside and retire. I am now retired, and I think that I'm going to invest my money with the people at First Tennessee, let them be my advisors, and I'm going to go out and relax and let them worry about it.
From the start of your business to the rewarding retirement that you deserve, put your trust in someone who shares your goal for success. We're charting new courses for your business. First Tennessee Bank, here for you.
With the cost of healthcare skyrocketing, companies are increasingly looking for ways to cut costs. Many of them are discovering the short and long-term advantages of risk assessment.
Healthcare in the United States has run away. It's a primary component of our political campaign this time. Healthcare costs is 12% of our gross national product. We'll spend in excess of $800 billion this year on healthcare costs. For many companies, healthcare costs is equal to half of their profits. 80% of the people in the hospital are there because of inappropriate lifestyle that's initiated a disease process. They project that half of the deaths are premature and associated to inappropriate lifestyle that could be modified. Risk assessment's role in reducing the healthcare costs is to identify a risk and assess it in such a manner that an individual can understand it, can take charge of the life and reduce healthcare cost.
Employing the latest in database technology and barcode systems, risk assessment is able to quickly and accurately process samples and analyze results. Tests that once required hours are completed in minutes.
We use a barcode system in our test kits to assure total quality management during the process, to assure speed and accuracy during the lab testing, and most important, to assure confidentiality of the person being tested.
In addition to providing cost-efficient applicant testing to insurance companies, risk assessment also offers a wellness program which helps companies reduce their long-term insurance costs by promoting preventative health care for their employees. Thanks to risk assessment, companies around the country are learning new ways to improve the health of their employees and reduce insurance costs at the same time.
In wellness, you really have three components. You have the assessment or identification of risk. Then you have the control component, which is really the wellness program where you get people to do behavior modification. And then you have the projection, which the employer is interested in, so they can allocate resources to reduce the risk and take care of the loss when it occurs. Wellness is really nothing but identifying inappropriate lifestyle that's not healthy for an individual. It's identifying a disease process that's in place and then taking that information with pertinent personal demographics and giving the individual a wellness report so they can take charge of their life and live a healthier life. The growth for risk assessment systems is as exciting as the potential in the marketplace. The insurance applicant testing market went from $18 million about 7 years ago to in excess of $150 million. The wellness market is just beginning. It's at least a $5 billion market. I've heard figures in the range of $25 billion, which is a very large market. If we get just a small share, around 17% of the insurance applicant market, about 8 or 9% of the wellness market, and we're really shooting for 30% of that market, so we can define the market and become the market leader. The company by 97 should have in excess of $183 million in revenues, and the value of the company could be in excess of $400 million.